So I saw a club the other day in the shop that caught my eye, to say the least. It's not a new club, but it's a club I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't seen before. If you have, let me know in the comments, but I hadn't seen it until the other day, and it was a very interesting club. So I thought I want to do a video on it, want to test it, see what that club's all about, and go from there and see if it could potentially help your game. So let's go down to Hayle Golf now and resume from there. Okay, so we're here at Hayle Golf on the short game area, and the club that we're going to have a look at today, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but here it is. The Escape Sand Wedge. It is a weird looking club. No grooves on it, which is the standout thing really in my mind, and looks like a spoon. So maybe it's not the nicest looking club in the world, but the question is, could it help your bunker play? That is the question. And if it does help your bunker play, or if it does help my bunker play, why wouldn't we use it? Are we literally just not using it because of pure looks, that it doesn't look maybe the nicest in the world? But that's the question we're going to answer today. So we're going to do some testing. We're going to hit some shots out of a bunker, see kind of the difference between the Escape Sand Wedge and my own kind of normal 58 degree, which is the club I'd use. So we're going to test that, see which one is closer after, you know, a few shots. And we're also going to do some general chipping as well. And we've also got GC2 that we're going to use to try and measure the spin, so that's great. So let's give the Escape Sand Wedge a test. So just seen me hit 6 shots there, my normal 58 degree. So have a look at the dispersion here. So I hit one pretty bad one, fatted it, and then the other 5 actually for me pretty good. So let's have a look at what the Escape Sand Wedge does. See if the dispersion's any better. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to hitting it. Okay, so hit 6 shots there with the Escape Sand Wedge, and took a couple of shots to get used to. The first one I flew about 40 yards long, 30 yards long. So we're going to go and get that one now. The other one's not too bad. 2 really long, 2 pretty good shots and 1 short. So the main difference for me there was you have to play this club so much more upright. You know, and usually in a bunker shot you try and get a bit low. You lean the club handle much lower, flatter, to try and obviously glide the club underneath the ball. But with this, you couldn't do that. If you got low and flatter, it was almost worse because it wasn't sitting flat. So you had to almost set up like you were hitting a putt, and it's really hard to trust that. So I set up like I was hitting a putt and then try and hit a bunker shot. It just felt weird. And as well, I had to hit it so soft. Those first 2, I struck okay, but just hit it way too hard. Now the loft difference, I think on this club is 56 degrees. On mine's obviously 58, so there's a bit less loft, so it will go further. But we're going to hit some more shots out of the bunker and see if I can get used to it. know what it is with this club, right? What they say they're wanting to do with the club is correct, in which escape out of the bunker. Because I don't see, it's so hard to not get out of the bunker for sure, and I think it would help a lot of people. But being precise or being able to do more to the golf ball out of the bunkers, this is not the club. If you struggle to get the ball out of the bunker, just in general, then yeah, I think it could work for you, absolutely. But if you're a fairly decent bunker player and you're confident of getting out of the bunker at least, then this club really isn't going to do you many favours, just purely because there's not a lot of workability there. You can get it out of the bunker very easy, but can you have more workability with a wedge and hit different shots, low, high, spinnier, more release? Yes, definitely. But what we're going to do, we're going to go on to the chipping area, just hit some chips with it. We're going to use the GC2 to measure spin if we can, and see if these grooves, well, they're not even grooves, they're little holes, whether they affect the spin. Are they less or are they more? We're going to find out. Okay, so we're going to hit a few chips now, and I'm going to try and use the GC2 launch monitor as well to gauge some spin of each club. So we're going to do a few chips straight to the one furthest down there. It's a very quick chip straight downhill. We're going to hit some chips and see if that's any help, and it'll be interesting to see if we can get some spin numbers as well. Waiting for this to load up. So there, that was our average, so 1760 revs of spin, and that was with my 58. Dispersion was pretty good. I've always been a good chipper, so I don't think the escape bunker or the escape sandwich is going to help me that much, but it'll be interesting to see the spin numbers and see if actually I do gain any control with that club rather than my 58. Low, so 1164 average of backspin. There was a few shots that did come up higher, but there were some. The first one was 730 something, and I think the next one was 500 something. So, and I struck them all pretty similar. So it just shows that spin can really drop off. Actual dispersion was pretty good. One that went long, one that nearly went in, and the other kind of four close by. But the problem is for this one again, it's very easy to strike. Okay, so some kind of muddy, bare lies. If you suffer duffing and thinning, that is a great club just because of the amount of bounce and soul of it. It's such a big head. But again, workability, and that's the key word in this video, workability. You get no workability with the escape sand wedge, whatever it's called. You do obviously with a normal, smaller, less bounce wedge. You know, there it's one shot, you've got to land it just on that front edge of the green. If you land it any further, it'll go long like this one did. So again, when you've got a shot over a bunker, or you've not got a lot of green to work with, where you need to stop that ball quick, or you need to hit it high, you need to hit it low, or whatever, it's just not going to give you that workability that a normal kind of 58 degree or 56 degree would give you. Yeah, so that's the motto really of this video. Does it do what it says on the tin? Absolutely. It is much easier to get out of a bunker, and it's easier to strike the ball when it's a bare lie, muddy lie, whatever. I mean, the lie we were using there was very tight, really short grass, not easy to get a good strike from it. You just don't get that workability with the escape sand wedge. So would I use it? No. Would I recommend it to someone who struggles out of bunkers? Absolutely. Would I recommend it to someone who struggles with chipping? No, because you've got those chippers really that work and do the same thing, and I'd always like them to chip with a normal kind of wedge, because again it gives them that workability when they improve. But definitely out of the bunkers for short term, if you're struggling, you've got a competition coming up on the weekend or whatever, it is a club that can potentially go in the bag, and it will save you shots. You know, if you struggle to get out of a bunker in one shot and you take 2 or 3 to get out, I guarantee you that will help you get out, and that could save you from, you know, getting cut 0.2, 0.4 to going up 0.1. So interesting test. I'm going to do more tests like this, so let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want me to do next. If you've seen a club you want to test, I've got some lined up that we've got in the shop there. We've got loads of random stuff. Be a good test, but would I use the escape sandwich? No.